Hello everyone, Chef Tatung here again, and today we are making another Filipino fiesta favorite, something prepared for special occasions, something that is savory and hearty, or should I say livery. We are making a pork and liver stew called Igado. So join me as I prepare this delicious dish for you, and I have all my ingredients prepared here in front of you. And what I did earlier was that I par-cooked my pork liver and I cut it into strips. And I also parboiled my pork meat, which I cut into strips. I will begin by sauteing my aromatics, just garlic and onions, very simple. So I will begin sauteing my aromatics now. So we start off with our garlic. When you eat the igado, it will remind you of the flavors of adobo. It is suka-based or vinegar-based, and you also add soy sauce. So that's the key flavorings of this favorite dish, igado, which comes from higado, Spanish for liver. So it's not all liver, it's a mix of pork liver and pork meat. Some people like to use tenderloin, but I'm using kasim or pork shoulder. Then I will add my already parboiled and sliced pork. And what I will do now is I will add a bit of vinegar, as I said earlier, suka, soy sauce, and today I am adding a bit of pineapple juice for some sweetness. Just want to saute that. Add a bit of pineapple juice. And also, I have here my pork stock, which I used to cook my pork meat and liver. Have that there. And I will allow that to simmer until the pork is, tender. And I will let that simmer for a few minutes for all the flavors to come together. And I already have my other vegetables pre-cut. I have my carrots, I have my potatoes, red bell peppers, and green peas or guisantes. And now, it's time for me to add more liver. So I'm using canned liver spread. Of course, you can also use chicken livers, mashed chicken livers, but today I'm just using canned liver spread. And I will also add laurel leaves. Though I added earlier in the parboiling, I like to add a bit more while cooking, and add our laurel leaves. After simmering for a few minutes, I will now add my other vegetables. I will add my carrots and potatoes so they get cooked just in time. So I did not add the pork livers right away because when it overcooks, it becomes grainy and tough. Let that simmer and cook. I will taste so I know how to season. A bit more soy sauce. If you remember earlier, I par-cooked my pork and my liver. Usually, you would add a bit of vinegar. And that was the way they would preserve the pork. So they have a whole pork, a whole pig is slaughtered during the times of fiesta. They will parboil it for a time with a little salt, a little bit of spices, a little bit of vinegar to keep it from rotting. Kasi during the old days, there were no refrigerators. So during fiesta, they would just cook the meat in batches. So now, I will cook igado. The next batch, I will cook adobo. The next batch, I will cook hamonado. That's why a lot of dishes during the fiestas has a adobo, mechado, what else, hamonado. And these recipes have stuck with us through the years, through the centuries, and we still cook it at home to remind us of our culinary roots. So, igado is one of them. And let's just let that simmer until the carrots and potatoes are cooked and the sauce thickens a bit. You can add a bit of slurry. That is not traditional. Usually, it is thickened with liver spread or mashed livers. So our igado is simmering and all the flavors are coming together, I will just balance it with a bit of sugar. The sugar is for balance. We don't want it to become sweet. And now, I will add my pork livers. Look at that. Liver. And now, I will also add my red bell peppers. Now, it's time for me to add my black pepper. But I'd like to know, what other recipes using liver do you love? Yan. Are you a liver lover? Comment down below. Yan. And we are almost done. Some people like it darker. It's up to you. There are people I know who add a bit of tomato paste. Some people will probably add a tomato or two. But this one is very simple, very straightforward. And you notice, because we cooked our pork and our liver, they look very nice, no? They have very nice, even slices. And I will just add a bit of slurry here. I think I'll just add a bit more soy sauce. So just adjust to the color you like. A little more. You can thicken it with a bit of slurry if you want, no? Not everybody uses the slurry. Very non-traditional. Now, I will add my green peas, guisantes. Ganda, no? Beautiful. And if you still haven't subscribed to the Chef Tatung YouTube channel, this is the time for you to do it. Subscribe na and click the bell button so you get notified for all our new videos. We're trying to do as many classic Filipino recipes for you. If this reminds you of your childhood, if you're missing this and haven't eaten it for quite some time, this is the sign that you have to cook it at home. Master this recipe and surely you will enjoy it. Lalo na if you love liver. O, di ba? And ito, perfect panghandaan, perfect pang party yung ating igado. Look at that. Di ba? This recipe is brought to us by Island Gas, providing reliable cooking solutions to every home. Dapat laging may island gas sa bahay dahil sigurado kang eksakto sa timbang. And now, it's time for me to solve my own hunger by tasting this delicious igado. Mahilig ba kayo sa igado? Look at that. Nice. Let me taste. Mainit siya. Larang fiesta. Lara. It looks so good and it tastes so good. Kaya kayo, if you're craving Filipino food, if there are recipes you want us to cook on this channel, please comment down below. At agad-agad, gagawin natin for all of you. This is a time-tested Filipino classic. Pwede pang araw-araw, pwede pang handaan. Fit na fit sa pamilyang Pilipino. Kaya try this recipe. If you still haven't, pork igado, Simpol! Kakain na kami!